హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, తిన్నారా అంతా? హలో గైస్, తిన్నారా అంతా? ఏమంటారు? రిప్లై రావట్లేదు, వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు.
అది ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ కాలేదు.
మరి ఆన్లైన్ లోకి వచ్చింటారు కదా అంతా.
చూడిద్దాం అంతే.
Dear students, please mute yourself. Dear students, please mute yourself. Mute yourselves. Keep the discipline of the conference. Keep the discipline of conference. Please mute yourself. Dear students. Sir join ayyaru. Principal sir kuda join ayyaru. Please start, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So good morning, everyone. So a warm welcome to all the distinguished guests, respected dignitaries, faculty members, and dear participants. I feel privileged and honored to be your host for today's prestigious conference, Icetetas 2026 International Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering, Technology, and Applied Sciences. This conference is proudly organized by Bima Institute of Technology and Science, Adoni, Andhra Pradesh, India, in association with Shivasoft Research Hub and Shiva International Publishers. We are truly honored to have eminent personalities with us today. Their presence adds great value and inspiration to this event. So let us begin this session by invoking positivity and knowledge. So I request all the authors, before we begin, a few quick instructions for all the participants. So kindly keep your microphones muted throughout the session and use the chat box for any queries. So, and there will be a question and answer session at the end of each session. So thank you for your cooperation. Now, I request our Chief Patron, Sri P.N. Vishnuvardhan Reddy Garu, the correspondent and secretary, Bima Institute of Technology and Sciences, to deliver the welcome address. So please, sir, you can unmute yourself and you can go with the session.
Good morning. Myself, Vishnuvardhan Reddy, correspondent secretary of Bima Institute of Technology and Science. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. It is with great pride and enthusiasm that we present the inaugural message for the International Conference of Engineering Trends and Engineering Technology Management and Applied Sciences. This conference is established with the vision of fostering innovation, promoting interdisciplinary research, and providing a global platform for scholars, researchers, and practitioners to share their valuable contribution in the field of science and technology. In an era defined by a rapid technology advancement and scientific discovery, the need for the credible and dynamic platform to disseminate knowledge has become increasingly important. Our journal aspires to bridge a gap between theoretical research and practical applications, encouraging high quality publications that address real world challenges and emerging trends. As we are committed to maintain rigorous peer review standards, ensuring the integrity, originality, and relevance of all published work. We welcome contributions from diverse domains aiming to create a collaborative environment that inspires intellectual growth and innovations. We extend our sincere gratitude to the editorial board, reviewers, authors, and readers for their support in making this initiative possible. Together, we look forward to building a journal that contributes meaningfully to the advancement of science and technology worldwide. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So thank you for cooperation, sir. So now I request our patron, Professor G.S. Surendra Babu Garu, the Principal, Bima Institute of Technology and Science, to deliver the presidential address. So please, sir, please join.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. A very good morning to all of you, to all the delegates and all the participants who are attending this particular international conference. It's my great honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to all the participants of the international conference on emerging trends in engineering technology, management and applied sciences. On behalf of the institution, I'm delighted to be a part of this prestigious event that brings together eminent academicians, researchers, industry experts, and students from across the globe. You know very well, in today's rapidly evolving world, international conferences place a vital platform for exchanging the knowledge, hosting the innovation, and building collaborative networks. This conference provides an excellent opportunity to discuss emerging trends, share the research findings, and explore solutions to the contemporary challenges in the field of science and technology, as well as the applied sciences. I commend the organizing committee for their dedicated efforts in arranging this conference and ensuring its success. And I'm very much confident that the deliberations and interactions during this event will inspire new ideas, encourage interdisciplinary research, and contribute significantly to the academic and industrial advancements. Finally, I extend my best wishes to all the participants for the productive and enriching experience. And I also wish the event a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable address. So now I request our conference chair, Dr. D. William Albert Garu, the professor and head, Department of CSC, to deliver the conference address. Please, sir.
Thank you, Professor Mahesh, sir. Myself, Dr. William Albert, Professor and Head of the Department, Bima Institute of Technology and Science. First of all, I thank our correspondent and secretary, Sri P.N. Vishnuvardhan Reddy, sir, who is giving us the opportunity, a great platform that he has given to us to make this program a grand success. And secondly, I thank our principal, sir, Professor Surendra Babu, sir, who is taking care of all the activities, and every time he is to observe for the enhancements of the knowledge. I thank you. I thank from the bottom of my heart, Professor Surendra Babu, sir. And also I thank Shivasoft. They had given this opportunity to collaborate with them and all the squad members of Shivasoft and their continuous communication with this particular international conference. And I also thank, not lastly, but Professor Mahesh, Dr. Mahesh, who is working in Subba Reddy College as a professor. Without you, sir, there is no particular plan. So that is the reason I thank Professor Mahesh, who is taking care of all these things. And since 1.5 month, we are working on this, and all the reviewers, peer reviewers, and all the things. So taking care of all these particular things. So I welcome all the heads of the department, Bima Institute of Technology, the staff, and all the members, the students, they are students and faculties, they are attending this particular great program. And also, I observed not only in India, but also from abroad also, we have received several papers, because So this is a platform where we can able to increase our knowledge and we can excel ourselves in various places. This is the platform where we can exchange our thoughts, opinions, and technologies, all the things. And also this is a platform where the students can excel in their career so that they can able to build their career in the various places like so joining into the various placement program and all the things that this is a platform. And so this particular conference, that is emerging trends in engineering, technology, management, and applied sciences, several papers that I have received, around 175 papers we have received so far. And still some of the people that they have shown their interest, but the time is up. That is the reason why we have not accepted. And these are the people, they gave the different methodologies, different technologies, and the emerging trends. And many of the papers, they came on artificial intelligence because it is the buzzword we are listening to in the markets. That is the reason. So we welcomed all the people and all the authors. They have joined together, and I wish all the authors and all the people, those they have joined, so a very happy and a good opportunity to you. And at the same time, so please maintain the discipline. Whomever they are going to present, the remaining people should be in mute. So thank you so much. Thank you very much, all the people having the great zeal to enter in this international conference. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful address. So, as per the schedule, from 9:50 or between 9:50 to 10, so our keynote speaker will join the session. So, he's Professor Kulkarni, and he will join the session. I request the participants be paid between 5 to 10 minutes. So, once the keynote speaker joined, then I will start the session. Thank you. And I will share the proceedings and everything, means the schedule of the conference and everything. So in WhatsApp group, which is available. Okay, within 5 to 10 minutes, we'll share everything. Thank you. Please be patient.
A small instruction from my side. Please keep your PPT ready. Please keep your PPT ready. Minimize in the desktop. When your turn comes, you can share your PPT so that the time delay will be decreased. So my sincere advice, all the participants, please keep your PPT ready, minimizing in your desktop so that whenever your turn comes, you can so present yourself. So keep the network proper so that your voice can be audible, and keep all the things ready. Thank you.
Hello.
So, Murli sir, did you join, sir?
Mahesh sir, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning.
ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
Yeah, fine, sir. Fine, sir. Sir, okay, we'll start the session, sir. Thank you.
సో మీరు ఏ రోల్లో ఉన్నారు సార్?
Sir.
మీరు ఏ రోల్లో ఉన్నారు?
I'm the today's session organizer, sir.
ఓ గ్రేట్.
So
ఇప్పుడు భీమాలో ఉన్నారా?
no, sir. Okay, we'll start the session, sir.
Okay.
So good morning. So it my privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor Muralidhar Kurni. So Professor Muralidhar Kurni is an accomplished academician, researcher, and author with over 25 years of teaching experience in the field of computer science and engineering. And he holds a PhD in computer science and engineering from JNTUA and has completed his postdoctoral research at the University of South Florida, USA. He is a senior member of IEEE and has made significant contributions to research with numerous publications in reputed journals and conferences. He is also an author of multiple textbooks, including works in emerging areas like AI, web programming, and machine learning. And currently, Professor Muralidhar Kurni is serving as an academic leader and continues to contribute actively to research, innovations, and education. So we are honored to have such a distinguished personality with us today. So Professor Muralidhar Kurni is a distinguished academician, and the thing is, so now I request Murli sir to deliver the keynote address. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Mahesh sir, for the nice introduction. And also I need to thank the conference organizers, especially the HOD of CSC and one of my friend and faculty of computer science, Mr. Bharat, for giving this opportunity. So thanks a lot for all of you. And today's session will be more on practical hands-on session. So I'm going to show very much a little PPT just for formality. And later we'll jump directly into the hands-on session. Okay, let me share my screen.
Please share it, sir.
Yeah. So the host is not allowing sharing for this meeting.
Just wait, sir. I will check it, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, please check it now, sir.
Okay. So are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you. So as my friend Mahesh sir introduced me, so myself, Dr. Muralidhar Kurni, working as an Dean for Research and Development at Anthrakshmi Institute of Technology and Sciences, Anantapur. So today my session will be on this topic mainly. So intent driven computing is the technical word we use for this. And if you come to a general speaking, we call this as the English as the new programming interface. So from the past few years, the development in technology has moved the people to learn more on programming languages, not on these type of English or other languages. Most people are now learning Python, C++, Java, like that, and we are less concentrating on English languages. So now the trends has been changed drastically in the field of computer science. And with these changes, now again the importance of the English is increasing quite in a large scale. So in today's session, we are going to discuss how this programming pattern had changed from programming languages to speaking languages like English. So let us start the session. So before going to dive into the technicalities, I want to ask the audience, how many has used the ChatGPT? So can you uh, provide your responses in the chat box so that I can view them? So how many of you people has recently used the ChatGPT? So please share your responses through chat box. So audience, please respond. Okay, I used recently for preparation. So what type of preparation you done with the help of ChatGPT, sir? Maruti House. So please, audience, let be a interactive session. So just saying from my side will not be helpful for all of us. For exams, okay, that's great. So for exams, okay. Any other participants? Did you use the ChatGPT recently? What are the various purposes? Okay, Ashok, LTS, chat box from my prepare and practicing. Okay, use for understanding code. Okay, good. For concepts of electronics. Okay, good. So one person used for practicing some code, other person used for understanding the concepts of electronics, and other person used for exam preparation. So by observing all these charts, we can conclude that many people are using this chart GPT for various purposes, and many of people are not responded, but almost everyone, as we are seeing, the first year students starting on the first year to final year, even the faculty, even though the people in the software job nowadays are using a chat GPT in a bigger scale. So which means that almost everyone has used this chat GPT for their own purposes. And now the question is, what effort you have used for getting the answers from the ChatGPT? Did you write any big lines of code, or did you given any logic, or what you have done to get the output from the ChatGPT? So can anyone answer what effort you have done to get the result from the ChatGPT? How much effort you have used for that? So anyone can respond. So how much effort you put for getting the answers? So my question is, did you use any large code or big logic to get the answers from the chat GPT? Ashok, can you respond? Prompt. Okay. So what is the length of the prompt? How much length it is? Only giving prompt. Okay, Praveen. So only giving a prompt, clear instruction, single line. Oh, great. So with the single line, 2, 3 lines of prompt. Okay, not too much effort. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so by seeing all these responses, we can based on the requirements, the prompt size will go. Okay, good. So, sorry, this response may not be always correct. In my session, I will also show you with one word also, with one word, with only single word, not giving very lengthy prompts. Just by giving one word also, we can generate. So we'll also see this. So only I will agree 50% for this response. So 2-3 lines of prompt is also good. Single line is also good, and not too much of it is perfectly correct. So let us see the answers for all these responses. So coming back to the presentation, so almost everyone may use this ChatGPT or any other some Gemini or Claude or something. There are nearly thousands of AI tools now available. I use this ChatGPT also. I also use some other AI tools. For example, I want to draw the diagrams. I can use Napkin AI. So all these are different AI tools. By using these AI tools, just we are giving some prompt. The length is varied, and we are getting the required output. And this movement is the beginning of the new programming era. Just now you said that one single line or 2-3 lines or little effort you have used for getting the output. But when you go to previous era, that means before the introduction of ChatGPT, so people are practicing various programming languages like C, Java, Python. For example, you take a Java code to just get a small output. We need to write a very lengthy code with the perfect Java syntax. Otherwise, you will get a huge number of errors. Most of people have worked with Java, right? A small error, a small syntax error may generate hundreds of errors in Java. And whereas coming to C language, we need to also know the C syntax and we need to write the programs. When coming to Python, Python will somewhat reduce the length of the program, but we need to use lots of built-in libraries and we need to have a big infrastructure working behind to run the Python programs. So people in the previous era, that means before the ChatGPT, people are learning various languages. Now I learned C. After a few years, Java will come into the market. Again, I need to learn the Java. After some years, again Python will come, or R will come, or some other language will come. So I need to continuously shifting from one language to other language. I need to practice all the syntaxes of that particular language. That means I need to put a huge effort to get the required output. So all these things have done in the previous era. So that means what we are doing exactly is we are trying to understand how the machine works, how your computer works. So we are writing the programs to use the machine and to make the machine work for me and to generate the required output for me. So all these programming languages, C, Java, Python, etc., what they do is they give the instructions for the machine. So to give the instructions for the machine, the programmer has to understand how the machine works, what is the memory capabilities, what type of data is supported by the machine, how to represent the data, how to get the data from the memory, how to retrieve it, how to do various types of manipulations. So all these complex things the programmer has to understand, then only he can write the program, and after that only your machine will generate the required output for you. So but now with the introduction of all these AI tools. ChatGPT is our very familiar AI tool, but there are many AI tools in the market. So with all the introduction of AI, simply I call as AI, the style of working with the machine is drastically changed. It became, we can use a general word called as ulta palta. So it became totally reversible. So previously, uh, just now I said, we need to understand the capabilities of the machine. But today, entire different thing is happening. Now, machines are learning how we think. So you may be surprised by listening this sentence. Machines are learning how we think. Machines are learning our languages, and that is going to change everything. So these two sentences may surprise you, because previously we are trying to understand the machine, and nowadays machine is trying to understand us. That means machines are trying what type of output is required for the human, or for the customer, or for the client. So this drastical change has occurred with the introduction of all these AI tools. So from writing code to expressing intent, that means just now I told, previously we need to write a huge code to get a small output. But with the introduction of these AI tools, now the effort became very minimum. That means just now you said in the chat box, just you are writing 2 3 lines of prompt, or 1 line of prompt, and you are getting your required output. That means the style of working with the system has drastically changed from writing code to expressing intent. uh, you can observe that whenever you are writing a prompt, what you are doing, so you are expressing your intent. That means what output you require, or what text you require, or what analysis you require, or what type of program you need to get from the ChatGPT. So in the form of a prompt, what you are doing is you are simply expressing your intent. You are not writing any code, you are not writing any huge complex logic, you are not using any variables, if conditions, while loops, arrays, trees, nothing you are using. Just you are expressing what you want, that called as an intent, in the form of a prompt. So with this drastical change, the programming is no longer only writing code. That means previously programmers are practicing to write a perfect code, syntactically, semantically perfect code. But now with this introduction of AI, the style of programming is became ulta palta. That means totally changed. Now the programmers are expressing their intent, and they are generating whatever the output they require from the chat GPT or other AI tools. So totally now the programming had moved from writing huge code to just 1 or 2 lines, couple of sentences, as we call it as a prompt. And this prompt clearly used for expressing the intent of the client or the user. So, so you don't tell the system how to do something. You tell it what you want. So previously, when you write a code, you write logic. If this condition is yes, do this. If this condition is no, do this. Or when you use a while loop, you need to say how many times you need to run the set of instructions. So like this, in the code era, you need to tell the system what type of operations you need to perform to get my required output. But nowadays, what we are saying is, just we are saying what you want. What is my output? Just one sentence. So that shift is the foundation for a new type of engineering, is called as an prompt engineering. So previous days we have learned software engineering, system analysis and design. So nowadays, the total this pattern is shifting from software engineering to prompt engineering, or we can technically call it as also AI engineering. Now the industries are also shifting their style of working from software engineering to AI engineering, or also called as an prompt engineering. So let's once again compare our previous world era and the present era. So in the previous era, we used to write code with a perfect syntax and with no errors, and this person is called as a developer in the market. But nowadays, you need to practice the English, not the code, not the logic, not the syntax, not the statement structure of the programming language. Just you need to do only one thing, that is, you need to practice how to write a perfect English sentence. Why English sentence? Why? Because all these AI tools which we are now currently working with, they will accept the prompt in the form of an English sentence or English statement. That's why nowadays we need to practice English rather than practicing how to write a code syntactically correct without no errors. So when you practice the English, or when you practice how to write a grammatically correct English sentence, which we call it as a prompt, then only you can correctly express your intent. So just now we told that we need to express our intent to get the work done by the AI tool. So to express the intent, the only medium is English, and we need to express the intent in a accurate manner. So whenever you express the intent accurately, the output generated by the chat GPT like a tool will also be accurate, and it will satisfy your requirement. So earlier we are developers, we are developing huge big programs. Nowadays just we are called as a problem solver. That means just you need to provide your intent in a perfect grammatically correct English sentence, and your work is done with very minimum effort. So the trend is changing from instructions to outcomes. So your role is shifting from writing instructions in the form of a program or in the form of a commands. You take some SQL type of things, you need to write a command, select something, join. So all these commands you need to write, or you need to write a big program. So in the form of all these commands and programs, you are giving instructions for the machine to do something for me. So now we are defining the outcomes. What you need to say is, I need this. For example, you can give a prompt that I need a definition of AI, or I need to calculate some mathematical formula. So just you tell your outcome, what you require. Just you need to tell your output, and the system, that means the chart or AI tool, is going to give you the required output. So the total scenario of working with the machines are changing, and we call it as a intent driven scenario. So previously it was an instruction driven scenario. Now it is intent driven scenario. That means less typing and more thinking. More thinking means how to give the perfect prompt, how to express your intent accurately. So for that you need to think more, and you need to frame a perfect prompt to express your intent. And to express your intent, you need to practice the English language grammatically perfectly, right? So now this transformation is happening in the industry. So as now we said that this type of skill is called as a prompt engineering. So let's define what is prompt engineering. So prompt engineering is the skill of asking AI in a way that produces the output you want. That means you want to tell the AI what is your intent, and simply the AI will generate whatever the output you require. So you need to have a structured communication. That means it is you need to design your input, that means your prompt, that means your intent, so that the AI gives you the right output. So please make a note of this point. So whenever you define your intent accurately, the output will also be as per your intent. So if you are confusing the system, what you want, that means what is your intent, then the output also will be like that only. So you need to define or design, or you need to provide your intent perfectly as per your requirement, then only the system's output will definitely satisfy your requirements. So now we are moving from traditional programming to AI powered approach. So we have two words here. Previously we are saying how to get the output, and presently we are saying what output we require. So you can have two words, one is called as an how and one is called as an what. So previously it was how to get the output, and present days just what output you require. So that type of AI powered approach now is available for the people in the market. So no need to I will come back by seeing this or by listening this, you may confuse that is there is no need to learn all these programming language. That may not be a right decision in this point. Now let us move to the end of the session, then you will came to know how much percentage AI will help us, and is there any need, still there any need to learn these programming languages. We will come to that conclusion at the end of this session. So don't confuse that AI will do everything. Okay, so please listen, and at the conclusion of the session you will get a clear picture about is still there any requirement for the learning of programming language, or AI will do everything for me. So we will conclude it at the end of the session. So finally, previous era it was how we need to get the output, that is traditional programming approach, and we are moving to AI powered approach. And this new programming skill as called as an prompt engineering, and also I said that you need to clearly mention your intent. So the better your prompt, the better your result. That means you need to give your prompt clearly, then only you get the required output accurately. So you need to note these 2 points: the better your prompt, the better your result. Without the better prompt, you can't get the expected result for you. So you need to write the prompt in a perfect manner. So for example, now from this slide, let us move to some hands-on. So you can people who are having laptops with you, you can also practice along with me. So just see this, create a login system with authentication and database. So if you want, if whenever your professor has given this question, right, then what you need to do, you need to write a big code, huge amount of code you need to write. So you need to have idea of all the different types of statements, instructions, logics, loops, everything. to get this question answered. But nowadays, without doing all these much thinking and brainstorming, simply we can give this question to ChatGPT. I will show it. So here I open the ChatGPT and this I am copying this here. So create a login system with authentication and database. So this I'm giving this prompt to ChatGPT. Let's see what happens. So now it is thinking for a while. See, it is going to describe your requirement first. So this is the product structure, and now it is generating the code as per the project structure, backend code. So see how much code it is generating automatically. Previously, you need to write all this code, but now just you need to define your intent, and that writing code is done by the AI tool. See, now it is generating the front end code. So see how much code it is generated. So for a human being or for a programmer to write this much of code, how much effort he needs to put? But now just what happened? Just you defined your intent, create a login system with authentication and database, and the AI tool is going to generate all the code that you require. And also it can suggest some improvements also. So this is not there in previous era. Previous era, all this effort, all this coding, programming has to done independently on its own by the programmer. But now the programmer role has changed. Just the programmer has to give a clear, correct intent. That's it. All of the rest of the things are done by your AI tool. So this is a big change occurred in the present days. So and this now is called as an intent driven computing, and you need to give your intent in the form of a prompt, but you need to keep in mind that you need to express your intent in a accurate manner. So see, we will see some more from this. I will shift from PPT to some text. So just now we seen we have given a simple prompt, and the AI is going to generate what you require within seconds. Right. We'll see some more examples. So just now we have gone through this prompt, and let's move to some other. See here. So you want to develop an app. So previously what you need to do is you need to write the code, but now you need to give the prompt. So again, I'm using a prompt, design a mobile app for student attendance tracking. That means I need to develop an app. Previously, I need to write the code, but now I need to write only the correct prompt. So see here, just I pasted the prompt, design a mobile app for student attendance tracking, and pressing enter. So then automatically the code required for this mobile app will be generated by your AI tool. See, within seconds it is generating lines of code. Right. So now AI is going to generate, and just you need to understand the code generated by the AI. And coming to some other example, that means I want to perform some analysis of a huge data set. Nowadays, these AI people or data science people are working with the data sets, right? So whenever you want to analyze a big data set, previously you need to write a code, but nowadays just you need to write a prompt. Analyze this data set and find the trends in that. So you need to give some data set, you need to upload some data set to the AI tool, and you need to write the prompt to analyze the data set and find what are the different types of trends and patterns. So automatically AI is going to provide you different types of intents, patterns, anomalies. So you don't need to analyze, you just are going to ask the chat GPT or AI tool. It is going to analyze, it is going to identify, it is going to find whatever the requirement you are having. So just you need to give a prompt. And coming to learning, someone has told in the chat that that person used the chat GPT for exam preparation. So take that example, learning. So for example, I want to learn about cloud computing. So now I'm going to give a prompt to the chat GPT. The prompt is teach me cloud computing. So let me give this prompt, teach me cloud computing. So you observe the output carefully. So what is cloud computing definition, simple understanding, why cloud, types of cloud, key cloud concepts. Just see the output, cloud architectures, major cloud providers, real lifetime use cases, advantage, disadvantages, everything is given. Okay, this is good. But you see this, you got a very generic type of output. That means it has given everything about the cloud minimally. It has given types of the cloud, service models, differences, providers, key concepts, everything it has given in a very generic way. General answer, not in a specific or in a deeply understanding manner, just has given everything in a very lighter way. So now just I'm going to change the prompt. See, previously the prompt is teach me cloud computing. Now I'm changing the prompt, teach me cloud computing from basics with simple examples. So now I'm going to define my intent in a perfect manner. That means I need to learn the cloud computing from basics with examples, and those examples should be simple. So this is my intent. See how I am defining my intent. I need to learn cloud computing. That is okay. But how you want to learn it? You want to learn it from basics. And for learning, for simple understanding, you need examples. And these examples should be simple. So see how I define my intent. First, my intent is topic name, from where I need to learn, that is from basics, number 2. And number 3 is I want to learn with examples, that is number 3. And these examples should be simple, that is 4. That means I am specifically defining my intent in a structured way. So let give this prompt for the A tool. See what happens. So simple definition, real life examples. Without cloud, what happens? With cloud, what is the flexibility? Why we need to use the cloud? And types of cloud. For every type of cloud, it is giving some example: public, Amazon, private, bank internal systems, hybrid. For everything, it is giving examples. And also for different types of cloud services, SAS, PAS, it is giving examples. So for everything, it is very simple example. See, like electricity bill, we all know what is electricity bill. And for example, we all know Gmail or Zoom, which now we are working with. So the examples are given for every concept, and all these examples are known examples for us. That means our intent is same. We need to cloud computing. but how we are defining the intent for the AI tool is varied. Previously, just I have given a generic prompt, so the output is also in a generic fashion. But in the second prompt, I clearly defined my intent in a structured way. So the output generated by the ChatGPT is also in a structured way. That means, so see what happens now after giving this prompt, you got a clear, structured, very simple, understandable use. So the tool is same. You are using the same ChatGPT. Your basic intent is same. You want to learn cloud computing, but what varied is the prompt, the intent, how you are expressing the intent is changed. When you give a perfect intent, then automatically the answer is perfect. So what you observed from this, you are using the same AI, the same ChatGPT. I am using the same topic. I need to learn cloud computing, but you got a different result. So the different is not with the tools. The difference exists how you ask that tool. That's why I'm saying from the earlier time that you need to give the prompt, you need to express your intent accurately. So the same chat GPT, the same topic, but different outputs. Why? Because the A tool will generate the output depends on your given intent, depend on your given prompt. So how much accurate, how much specific your prompt is, that much accurate, that much clear the output will be. So, so what you need to do is you need to learn how to give a correct prompt. So see some other example. So I'm taking a prompt called as an just explain AI. Again, it will give a very general, very confusing, too much of content. And that much of content may require for you or not. It will generate a huge amount of prompt because your prompt is very general. This type of generic prompts are called as an weak prompts. So what is called as a strong prompt? A strong prompt should be clear, focused and useful. So see these two prompts, the earlier prompt is explain AI and now this prompt explain AI for a beginner with a simple examples. That means you are defining the scope of the user. Explain A is same, but what you are saying to the tool is you are saying your level of understanding that you are a beginner. And how you want to learn? You want to learn with simple examples. So you are defining your scope, you are expressing how you want to learn, and these examples should be at the level of beginner level. That means simple examples. So this type of prompts are called as strong prompts because in this prompt you are clearly mentioning what is your intent, what is your level of understanding, how you want to learn, and this prompt is very focused for the beginners, and the output generated by these type of prompt will be useful for the user. So the same system, same ChatGPT or same AI tool, but when you given your intent in a better way, the output will be useful for you. So now the question comes, how to write a strong prompt or how to write a good prompt. So there are four criterias to write a good prompt. So these four are, you need to define what is your task, what do you want to generate from the AI tool, and what is your context for whom. Just now as beginner, just now we said that I am a beginner and I need to learn some AI like that. So you need to define the context and the format, and just now we said that through examples, and what is the depth, what is the level of the example. Example is simple, right? So see we'll take this prompt an example and I will try to explain these 4 concepts. The task is explain AI. You need to learn AI, and the context is you are a beginner. You are a beginner, and the format you want to learn is from examples. And what is the depth of the examples? The depth of the examples will be simple. So like that, you need to design your prompts so that the output generated by the prompt is very simple, understandable, useful for the user. So you need to remember this simple format for prompt writing. So you need to give task plus topic plus context plus format plus depth. So when you define your prompt in this way, then definitely the output generated by the AI tool will be helpful for you. So now the context has changed from just writing prompt to writing strong prompts. That means writing perfect prompts. So when you write perfect prompts, you will get the perfect output. So let's once recall the things what we have learned up to now. So previously we are writing programs. So programming era. Now the programming has shifted to writing prompts. Now we are writing prompts. And the third point is these prompts should be strong. That means you should specifically mention your intent. So with these small changes, that means specifying your task, specifying your context, specifying your depth. So by making all these small changes, you are controlling your tool to generate what exact output you require from the tool. So now coming to one more shift. So some people may have a doubt that, sir, designing a strong prompt by using this formula may not be possible always. Why? Because I need to specify the task, topic, context, format, depth. So by specifying all these, only you are saying that the AI tool will generate the output in a useful manner, but I am not able to write the prompt by using all this syntax because I am very poor in English. So as a Telugu speaking people, definitely I and we are not perfect in English writing. So we are okay with English, but may not be we are grammatically or syntactically way to put is, way to put was, way to put comma, way to put semicolon, whether you need to use double quotes or single quotes, past and present and singular, plural. So may not be, we are all may not be perfect with this grammatical things. So you people may get a big doubt. So just now you said that A will do everything with just a one simple sentence, but you are making the things complex and you are asking us to write a perfect prompt. And we are poor in English. As Telugu speaking people, we are poor in English. Or as Indians also, we are somewhat poor in English because our mother tongue is not English. But so you are giving a big confusion for us, sir. No, I will try to solve your confusions. I will try to solve your doubts. So I'm shifting to one more type of writing the prompt. So sometimes, just now I said, you don't need to write long sentences, big prompts by following these perfect strong prompt formula, task, topic, context, all these. Sometimes you can also generate your required output only with one word, just a one word. Just give one word, the entire output will change. So now I'm making the thing simple, and let me show you some examples. So see, explain machine learning in detail. I am giving this prompt to ChatGPT. Let's see what happens. So you will get, definitely you will get a big context, a huge context, because in detail you told, and it contains different types of subtopics, types, unsupervised, supervised. So you get a huge amount of context, overfitting, underfitting, different types of ML workflow, advantage limitations. So you got a huge content, but as a beginner, you may not be able to understand all this, and your scope is beginner. So when you are a beginner, then you need to write again the task in a lengthy structured way, but no need for that. You have a shortcuts, and I am going to show you these shortcuts. Now apply this TLDR. So give the prompt, give the prompt here. Again, I'm giving the same prompt, full stop. After that, I'm saying TLDR. Let's see what happens. See, it is giving in a very simplified manner. So previously it was a huge content, and now you are specified that TLDR. So TLDR is like generating summary, concise, but it will give you the complete information. But this complete information is not in depth, it is very concise, that means very light, very simple, understandable in the form of a summary. So whenever you want to get your output in the form of a summary, concise way, then you need to use a word called as TLDR. Next, go for some other example. See, explain neural networks. I am using this prompt. Explain neural networks. So again, the ChatGPT will generate a huge amount of content. But when you apply the keyword called as ELI5, then what happens? You really wondered. This explanation will be given in a format so that it will be understandable for a 5 years children also. That means the level of the understanding, the level of the content is decreased so that that content will be understandable class children also. So that means totally it is simplified just by giving a word called as ELI5. And let's see one more example. Write a Python code for binary search. So see what happens. It will give you code plus huge explanations, comments. So like that, it will give a huge code. But some people don't want comments, right? They want a clear code only. So for this, what you need to do is you need to give this prompt. After that, you need to speak code only. Then automatically explanation is omitted and you get a clean output, only program, pure program. So what you have done is you didn't change the problem, you didn't change the AI, you changed the instruction. That means just giving some keywords like code only or ELI5 or TLDR like that, and the output is as you wish. So that means by using these keywords, one word or two words, not writing lengthy prompts, not writing perfect structured prompts, just you can use some simple one or two keywords, and these keywords are going to control the output in your required manner. So let us see some more keywords. I hope all these will be helpful for the students as well as also faculty who are watching this presentation. So just now we discussed about TLDR. It is a short form explanation of the content. ELF5. So 5th class children may also understand, that is simple. And see, Feniman. Feniman means, or you can also say layman. So layman gives a generate the output in a manner so that it will understandable for any common human also. That means there is no need for technical knowledge. A person without having any technical knowledge can also learn by saying layman, by saying Feynman, we can get a deep understanding. And sometimes the text generated by AI tools, this may be faced by many researchers. May not, what I am saying may not be ethical now, but it is for only practice. So when you write a paper, most of the people nowadays what they are doing is they are writing papers, they are writing research papers, they are writing assignments, they are writing something the work given by the faculty by using AI tools. This is true nowadays. We can't say that everything is done by the student. Most of the students are using chat GPTs. But when you write a research paper or when you write a conference paper by using AI tool, definitely it will be caught by the plagiarism tools. So whenever you want to omit this, again I am giving the hint, this is not ethical, this is only for practice purpose. So to overcome this catching by the AI plagiarism tools, you can change the text in the form of a way that it is written by the human. So when you give /human, the output or the text generated by the AI tool will be in a fashion that it is written by the human. That means the AI writing style will totally change to human writing style. If anyone sees that para, he may say this is written by the human only, not AI generated. So to generate a text in a human written fashion, you can use the word called as /human after your prompt. The text generated will be in a human written style. In the same way, whenever you want to generate your content in the form of a bullets list, bullets 1 2 3 or ABC in the form of a points, then you need to use the keyword called as listify. So the contents is listed in the form of bullets. And when you want to have a step by step explanation of the output or the content which you generated or the topic which you asked, then you need to give a word called as step by step. Then the output will be in a step by step easy understandable explanatory form. And whenever you want to compare two topics, for example I want to compare ML and DL, so generally what we do is ML versus DL, this is the prompt we will give. But what you do is you need to write ML and DL full stop, you use the word compare, then automatically it going to compare these ML and DL two concepts. For example, you want to generate advantages and disadvantages, you can write pros and cons. So for that particular topic, the AI tool will display different types of advantage and disadvantage. And coming to coding, there are also some keywords, shortcuts available for the programmers. So if you generated some code or you written some code, but they having some errors. So what you need to do is you need to copy that code into the AI tool and you need to say just debug. So when you say debug, the AI tool will automatically fix all the errors in that particular code. And sometimes the programmers want to optimize the code. Optimize means having quick running or less memory need to be occupied. That means you need to optimize the code in a better way. So code is different people will write the code in different patterns or fashions. Some may write lengthy code, some may write it in a shorter way. But maybe all the people have listened two things: big word notation, small word notation, or memory efficiency, or CPU efficiency. So these words may be listened by many of the people. So whenever you write a program, the program should occupy less memory and should run a quick manner within short time. So when you want to optimize your code in this fashion, you need to use the word keyword called as optimize. Or when you want to get the clear explanation of the code, then you need to use the word explain. So give a code and use the word explain. The AI tool will generate the code along with a clear cut explanation of each and every instruction in that program. Or only just you want a code, just you can use the keyword code only. Then all the explanation is omitted and only pure code is given by the AI tool. And also other types of prompts, simplify means a very concise, simplified, easy, understandable content will be generated. Or if you want a lengthy content, you can use the word expand. Or you want any use cases, for example, public cloud, you want some use case where this public cloud will be useful. So you can say the word use case, then different types of use cases will be given by your AI tool. Or you want to prepare for an interview, so you can say topic and later you can use the word interview ready, then it will generate a simple definitions, some sample interview questions, like that it will provide the total set of things for getting ready for your interview. So like that we can also use this a tool and this keyword for interview preparation. So after seeing all these shortcuts, now, so you are not just typing the prompts or you are not just typing the huge programs. You are controlling the output by giving English sentences. That means you are using a pure English language and some shortcuts to get the work done, the desired to get the desired output. So what is the final universal truth is, so wherever there is a problem nowadays, everyone, programmers, or for designers, or for developers, or for interview preparations, for students, for faculty, for researchers, for writing assignments to writing research papers. So everywhere we are using the AI tool, and the only way to get the work done by the AI tool is just by giving a simple sentence in English language, and the remaining work is done by your AI, and this sentence is called as a prompt, and this prompt should be strong enough, that means specific enough, and sometimes you may not be in a position to write a grammatically correct prompt. For that also we have an alternative called as shortcuts. So, so by all this nowadays we are enjoying a flexible way of working with the system, a flexible way of uh, doing the work, and a flexible way of interacting with the system. There is no need to practice syntaxes, semantics, just you need to practice the right way of writing the prompts, just you need to remember some shortcuts, that's it, your work is done, right? So by concluding like this, definitely as I previously told, most of the people will be very happy because there is no need to write programs, there is no need to write syntactically correct programs, there is no need to write Java, no need to learn Java, there is no need to learn Python. No, this and this conclusion may not be ethically or practically not correct, because when I will give an example. Let's see. Previously, we asked for some code, right? We asked the AI to generate some code. So this is the code generated by AI. You as a programmer should be in a situation that at least you need to understand what the code generated by AI. For example, now this is the code given by the AI. If you don't have the knowledge of the programming skill, or you don't have the knowledge of this particular platform or particular language, then you may not be able to judge whether the given output by the AI tool is right or wrong. You are not able whether this code will do your work or not. If you are not able to understand the code generated by the AI, you are not able to use it. So the code task is taken by the AI, but the final uh, judgment whether this code is correct or not, whether the code is going to solve your task or not, So that need to be judged by the programmer only. So the difficult part of the writing of the code or generating some content or some design is taken by the AI. No doubt it will do all that for you, but to understand that, to justify whether the given output is right or wrong, or whether to use it or whether to implement it, definitely you should have that knowledge. For example, a program is generated, a C program is generated by the AI tool. If you don't know C, how you use this code, how you implement this code. So if you have a knowledge on C, then you can check the code generated by the AI whether it is right or wrong. You can judge whether this code is useful to me or not. You can also judge that way to use this code, how to implement it, how to make the work done. So my final conclusive statement is, so AI is going to take all the complex tough task, but to finalize the work done by the AI, the programmer or the customer or the client should have that knowledge to justify, to find out, to implement the work done by AI. Without this basic knowledge, just by learning the prompts, just by giving the prompts blindly in a structured manner, or just by using these shortcuts, may not be help you in a longer time. For a shorter time, instantly you can get the work done, but whenever you want to work done clearly, completely, accurately, we have mix of both. We have a knowledge, we should have a basic knowledge, and also we can have the help of AI. So human plus AI is a perfect combination. Previously it was purely human. Nowadays people are doing a wrong thing using AI for everything, but this may not work in a longer run. So a combination of AI and human is a perfect combination which will work for a longer run, which will solve all the problems of the person or the company or the organization. So don't depend fully on the AI. You should have a basic knowledge and you need to take the help of a both the combination of human and the machine, it means AI machine, will make the things better. And with that, I want to conclude my presentation. Hope people are followed with my presentation. So, Mahesh sir, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir.
So, with then, this is
Okay,
the
sir. Okay, thank you, sir, for that enlightening and informative session. And dear participants, already shared the today's schedule in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so now we can leave this group and this meeting, and you can join the respective.
Mahesh sir,
Yes,
before
yes.
leaving, ask for any queries.
Yeah, yeah. Have any queries? Please, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions.
Or you can also type in chat box also.
Uh, have any queries? You can ask in chat box also. Others, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, we will wait for 1 minute before winding up the session for the queries.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. We'll wind up. I think there are no queries.
Yes, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for valuable session. Okay. And I request the participants, you can join the respective Google Meet link to go with presentation. So
Yes, sir.
once again,
Thank you
thank you,
again.
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you again for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, dear participants,